Still thinking about the drill sergeant tweet? I've looked back at it. It has 13,000 likes now and 280,000 interactions. Why did I blow up like that? Can't believe that's my most liked tweet ever. Were you actually an army sergeant? Yeah, there's no reason for me to lie about this. Actually real / serious. Prove it? There's no need to prove. No, it was just like before I joined FSP. That's actually funny. While I was auditioning for FSP, I was actually at the base, at the military base, and I had to ask my lieutenant to give me permission to leave the base for like half a day so that I can go to the interview with FSP. And the interview was like at 10 a.m. my time or something like that. I had a lot of explaining to do. I was at the base at that time and I was like, sir, I need to leave the base for an important interview. So I filed like a document for him to like sign and everything. And he was like, can you prove to me that you are actually having an interview? And I was like, yes, I have an email. And he was like reading it. He was like, first stage production, Ian. What is that? I was like, it's a workplace in Japan. And I was like, oh, you know Japanese? I was like, a little bit, maybe, kind of. I couldn't say no because like, why would you work in Japan then, right? He gave me permission and my military base is like 2 hours from my home. So I had to go by train, 2 hours, go home, and then 2 hours back. And the interview was like half an hour, so... It was actually funny because good thing that he didn't ask what the fuck the job exactly was, because I don't think I could have lied on the spot. Crazy lore drop. I thought I told you guys that I was in the military before. I thought I did. Were you canonically bald? No, we don't do that here. I don't know why that's a thing. I was still in the army by the time I got accepted, I believe. Actually, no, I don't remember. It was either the second or the first interview. I was still in the army at that time and I could leave like 2 weeks after I was there. And then by the time I got accepted, I was like free from the military for a period of time. So I can't picture Cass as a drill sergeant. What the fuck? Hey, I earned my rank. A few years ago, I was still like, what do you call this? Recruit in English? Private? I don't know. We finished our training with a 40-kilometer march with all our equipment, which was like, I don't know, like 20 to 30 kilograms of weight. Like it was our armor, it was our gun, which was like 8 to 9 kilograms itself, our baggage, which was at least as much as the gun, and like I said, our armor. We had like these bulletproof vests, and these are heavy too. Like each one of those vests is like, sorry, not vests, but like the plate itself, because before we put on the jacket, we have to like put in the plates, and the plates are like good 10 kilograms themselves. It was like one in the back, one in the front. So it was like 40 kilograms, something like that. It was a 40-kilometer march, and it went on for 8 hours straight walking. We started off, we were brought up to a mountain with the helicopter. We started off from the top of a mountain and we walked down for a third of the march. And let me tell you, walking down most of the times is like better, right? Because you don't have to climb, less force. But going down with so much weight on you like hurts your calves and feet after a while. That was like just as bad as going up, to be honest. We started, I believe, at 9 a.m., 10 a.m.-ish, and we're done at 6 p.m. or something like that. That was my soldier training, from recruit to soldier, by the way. So that was like not as bad as my training from soldier to sergeant. I think it was a 70-kilometer. Sergeant to lieutenant, I have not done that. I believe sergeant to lieutenant was 100 kilometers, which is crazy. On my march, 70-kilometer march, we were basically walking through half the country. It was crazy. I can't tell you where we started and ended off, because obviously, but it was less equipment though. Just the weapon and the equipment belt, which was a lot lighter. It was like 5 kilograms and 9 kilograms weapon or something like that. So by that time, I was like really destroyed. My feet were so destroyed. I was literally like taking ibuprofen on the freaking go. Why did you give up being a drill sergeant to be an animal? Because I was streaming before that, before I went as a recruit. I was streaming before that. And then I had to take a break from streaming to do the military because it's mandatory here. It's not mandatory to do the military, but it's like you either do that or something else, but the other thing takes more time. And I was like, might as well just do the military because like I don't really care about exhaust my body. It's not that hard, but like I don't want to like spend more time on the other thing. And so yeah, the only mandatory part for the military is like a recruit to soldier training basically. But at the end, when you're done with your freaking training, you can volunteer to go from soldier to sergeant and do like additional training and everything, and you'd get like more money as well, but like it's pretty negligible. But when there's not enough people in your group that volunteer to continue as sergeant, then the sergeant will just decide people, like they would force you to continue. Like they would like look at like every test that you've done so far and your behavior and everything, and they would like get together and be like, okay, we only have 1 volunteer, but we need like 3 more. So based on the stats, we take this guy, this guy, this guy. And they're allowed to actually force you if you don't have a valid reason. A valid reason would be like, oh, I want to study university. Actually, no, that's not even a valid reason, because I remember somebody was just taken anyway. It's not a valid reason. I think a valid reason would be like if you have chronic pain from your training or something, or like if you have, I don't know, something extreme. It has to be like really extreme to be a valid reason to not be forced to do that. So I got drafted basically to continue, but I quit because after the training, you're free to go. Not free to go, but like it's easier to quit right after. And like I now changed to like doing the other thing. It's basically like you have like a certain day of military that you have to do, and I changed to doing the other thing, which is like 1.5 times the days you have to work in the military. So I'm doing that instead because I don't like being away for too long. Like if I were to do that, I would be gone like a third of the year and I couldn't stream or whatever, right? And that doesn't work with this job. So I quit and I decided to do the other thing. How much does it last, the whole training period? The training after being soldier lasted for about 17 weeks or so. It was okay though. It was not too bad. You still work out like how you did before. Less, because I barely have the time, but it's okay. I'm still pretty fit. I don't know. I'm glad my metabolism is really good. It's funny because like after you were a soldier, you can like immediately take recruits. Like if you go from soldier to sergeant, you can immediately like take on new recruits and then yell at them. Oh, that's funny. By the way, I can't tell you like what I said or like, you know, because it probably docks where I am from and where I live and everything, so. You sent awfully sad about that. It was fun. I got yelled at a week before. No, not 1 week before, you know, but can you yell random English words to us? No. Hot dog! With ketchup and mustard! That's so stupid. I don't know. I wouldn't want to go back. I don't think I would want to go back. It was kind of ass. Not gonna lie. I only did it because I was forced to. I wasn't bad though. I don't think I was bad. Like, I think generally I was pretty laid back. Like, as long as they do their shit, I don't have to yell at them. No. I think you guys are thinking too harshly of the military. I don't know. It's not really that bad. I think the most I enjoyed military was the shooting range. I actually have a badge that I earned for shooting like a pretty high score. I believe I was like 13th of like the whole, I don't know what you call this in English, but we call it company. I earned a badge for earning a pretty high score on the shooting range. It was a 300-meter shooting range laid down. So you shoot laid down with a certain scope that is pretty ass for 300 meters. Yeah, 13th, and it was like, what, 400 in the company, something like that? I'd say. What did Lucy say? Top 500 Overwatch, top 500 It was actually pretty nice. The 300-meter range I think is pretty awesome. I don't like the 30-meter shooting range because it's all like standing up most of the times. Like sometimes it's laying down, but most of the time it's standing up. I don't like doing that. The laying down one is way better. It was basically disc 300 meters away. We would shoot it and it would hit the sensors in the back, and then it would also display on the screen how many points we got. Bullseye is 10 points and whatever. And I think 80 points maximum, I had a score of like 76 or 74, I think 74. Yeah, 74. Yeah, that was good enough to be 13th, which is okay. It was pretty okay. The funny thing is, recruits and soldiers and sergeants, they get machine guns. And only a lieutenant further up get handguns, like a pistol. I never really understood why, because I feel like, you know, a pistol is really small and like can do less damage than the machine gun. So why did the recruits get a machine gun and the lieutenants get a pistol? But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I never had a pistol because I'm not a lieutenant, but I always wanted one. I always wanted one, not gonna lie. If you squint enough, it'll make sense somehow. I don't know. I never really understood why. Probably because pistol can be hidden in your clothes. Yeah, but still, I don't know. I could only watch my lieutenant shoot. Look cool though. Yeah, my lieutenant was actually pretty cool. He was from the same town from where I was. That was pretty funny. Like when he was introducing himself, he was like, "Hello everybody, my name is Lieutenant this and that. As you can hear from my accent, I am from this and that place." And I was whispering to my like benchmate, or what do you call this, like the guy next to me. I was like, "Oh my god, that's where I'm from." Fanfic writers take notes? What the hell? No, the funny thing is like he was also a gamer. He wasn't even much older than I was at that time. But yeah, he plays Overwatch. Yeah, he plays Overwatch, or played Overwatch, I guess. FSP, yeah, FPS, sorry, FSP. FPS, yeah. He can be gentle. Okay. Alright, calm down. But yeah, that's basically the story. I don't think it's that interesting. I can't believe you guys didn't believe me. Most of you guys didn't believe me. Most of the comments were like, what? Chat, is this real? Is he serious or joking? Chat? Like, is it that unbelievable? What do you mean it's not that interesting? I don't know. It's what I had to do. It is what I had to do. I never really wanted to like drop this because I didn't think it was interesting and I don't think it mattered for being a VTuber, really. And I mean, I am kind of right. But I guess you guys are obsessed with me. But yes, no worries. Cassian is back. Cassian is no longer in the military. He's back. I was never gone. I was never gone. We're feeding his ego. Oh, you guys love me so much. Oh, you're so obsessed with me. Joke's on you. I don't even like a man in uniform. That's crazy. We had 3 sets of uniforms. So we had uniform A, B, and C. Uniform C was what you usually wear, like every day. Uniform B was the same as uniform C, but in better cloth that was used, like better material. So you could like really feel the difference. And it also looked cleaner. This was for like events where higher ups would show up, but you still have to like be in uniform. What did Lucy say? How does he explain finding a crystal that transported him to another world to his... Okay. Alright, buddy. And then uniform type A was a suit. And the suit had like every badge that we earned, like the soldier badge and everything. Like, you know, those like dark blue, like navy blue suits that you always see in like, I don't know, military movies. That's type A. And this one you would only wear to like official events and everything. And when like higher ups are there and everything. Yeah. Also, guys, don't ask for proof. Obviously, I can't show you. I can't show you the uniform. Otherwise, doxing myself. We don't want that. I did enjoy a fighting course that we had. That was pretty cool. Learned some pretty cool techniques. Push-up voice tweet as proof. I can do like 50 push-ups in one go, probably. Was that a stretch? No, we had to do. That was like... I had to do so many fucking push-ups when I was a recruit. You know why? We have like a fucking rule, or we had a rule when I was there, that every time someone dropped their cap, like the military cap, we would need to fucking do 20. Like, if you drop it and somebody saw, they're like, okay, everybody, go down. And then everybody would drop their cap and like do 20. I was like, fuck me, dude. Motherfucker. And like, sometimes it would happen within like an hour, like 3 times an hour. Because some like idiot drops their cap. I've never dropped my cap. Like, our fucking sergeants and lieutenants were always so perceptive about this too. They would like hear it, they would hear how the cap drops, and then look around for who did it. I hated that so much. It was never me, but fucking somebody else. How do you even drop your cap? Like, sometimes you have to take it out. Like for us, when we go inside a building, we have to take off our cap. And when you go out, you always have to wear it. So sometimes like people just put it into their chest pocket. And when they go out, they would take it out and then accidentally drop it or something. So I think I'm pretty good with push-ups, only because I had to do so many. Mane-san is typing right now. He's saying the first time, like Diamanes is, by the way, the first time we met IRL, you showed me you were in the army with uniform and holding a gun. I felt not safe for the first time in my whole life. What? What do you mean? Shouldn't you feel safe, you know, with a man in green right next to you? No, literally. Even, yeah, that's true. Because when we had like our first dinner all together, like when we got hired in, I wanted to say recruited. No, when we got hired to FSP, we had like a dinner together and I dropped like, so actually before joining here, I was in the military and like everybody was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I was a sergeant. And they were like, what? Nobody believed me. Nobody. I wasn't holding them at gunpoint. Come on. God damn. Yaman is saying your outfit looked like one of a spy or a killer. What? No, that's not true. His magic was actually a gun. Gun magic! That's funny. Because you speak so softly, it's surprising. Do I speak softly? I doubt that. I kind of doubt that. Magic and he pulls out a gun. I think I could... No, actually I can't. I can't return to the military, even if I wanted to. I had to give away, like, give them back my gun, my uniform, my everything, basically. The only thing I could keep was, the underwear and the socks. Hell yeah. Underwear was actually pretty soft, pretty comfortable. But yeah. I think I still own a compression shirt though from there. I'm pretty sure. He got banned after they knew he joined the VTuber. Exactly. Not even your badge. No. I was able to keep the badge. Everything that they gave to me that I didn't earn myself, I had to give back. Weapon, equipment, bag, everything, suit, everything. But they didn't want the underwear and they didn't want the socks. Makes sense, that's nasty. I keep myself clean, okay? I keep myself clean. And yeah, obviously the badges, I still have, like, let me see. Still have the badge. I have, like, the medal right here. It's just the medal that shows that where I, like, served. And the badges and everything. Obviously, I can't show you, but yeah, still got it. I serve. You used to serve, but now you serve. So many experiences. Yeah, I am the sage. I think what I still remember to do is how to deconstruct a gun, the machine gun. I could basically like take it out in pieces and put it back the same way. Because we had to do this like every week at least 3 times. Because we went out to shoot, right? And every time we go shooting, we have to clean the gun and re-oil it, basically. So you would have to like deconstruct the gun in 20 pieces, 25 pieces basically, and oil every part that needs to be oiled, or like scrub off like the bullet pieces, not bullet pieces, but like there's always like a little like scrap rolls, what do you call that? Like small tiny like metal scraps that are left because of the bullets. So we need to like clean everything, clean the chamber, oil everything up. Shrapnel, thank you, shrapnel. Not bullet shells. Bullet shells, they just fly out the gun. Oh my god. Guys, I am left eye dominant. Most of you guys are probably right eye dominant, but left eye dominant people have to hold the gun in their left and aim with the left eye as well. And it was so ass for somebody who's left eye dominant, because the gun was designed for right hand dominant people, but like it also worked for left eye dominant people, just not great. So I have to like always, whenever you wanna, it's not an automatic gun, it's like we always had to have it on half automatic. What do you call this? And so whenever you want to shoot another shot, you have to like put the next bullet into the chamber, right? And by that you have to like pull a lever back with a lot of force. You basically have to like, imagine you're holding a gun and you're holding your right hand out, and then you gotta clap your left shoulder, like from the front to your shoulder, like bam. And because it needed a lot of force to like pull back. And the thing is, the bullet always comes out from the right side of the gun. So if I'm holding it on the left hand and pull the thing back, the bullet shell would hit my hand every single time. So I had to start wearing those tactical gloves whenever I go shoot, because the fucking bullet shell always hit my hands. And like on one day when I didn't have gloves, like that was at the beginning when I didn't know how that worked. When I was shooting for the first time, I didn't have gloves. I had like my hand bleed, like the back of my hand was bleeding completely where the knuckles are. I was like, damn. And it was like very, very cold at that time too. So like every single time a shell would hit my hand, it would like sting so hard because my hand was already freezing. So that was ass whenever I'm shooting. That was really like, that hurt more than walking 40 kilometers.